Hey everyone, welcome back to another mountain road gravel ride of the week video. Now today I have got a special one lined up for you. This one slightly longer in duration. We're gonna go out on this W&OD trail that you see behind me. Now today's ride is gonna be probably around say 82 miles, so 133-ish kilometers. It's kind of a longer ride today, but it's gonna be a really good one. The beauty of this one is that almost 98% of the ride is gonna be on trails, and we won't have to be on public roads that much at all. Now this route is going to go down the W&OD, starting here in Herndon, where we are right now, Herndon, Virginia, and then from there we will go all the way down the W&OD, basically to where the trail dead ends around Arlington. We'll split off on the 4-mile run trail, head down to Mount Vernon, so that will mean we'll be on the other side of the Potomac River and get some really cool shots of Washington DC on the other side. From there we'll head down Mount Vernon all the way through to Key Bridge, over the Potomac River into Georgetown, and then from there we'll hook up with the C&O Canal. So you might have seen some of my previous videos where we ride on the C&O Canal. Today we're going to take quite a lengthy stretch on that C&O Canal all the way from Georgetown up to Leesburg, and there we will catch that ferry that I've also taken in the past, back over the Potomac River, and then back through Leesburg, where we'll catch a bit of a lunch and then straight down this trail yet again to Vernon. So pretty good ride planned for today. Let's go check it out. Follow along on this W&OD and C&O Canal gravel ride of the week. We kick things off in Herndon, where you'll be able to find a really cool bike shop in the form of Green Lizard. Now the W&OD bike path that you see in the shots is really such a gem for cyclists in the area. But if you were thinking that I was going to stick only to the main trail, then you'd be wrong. This is a gravel ride of the week after all. What a picture perfect day. This is a fall day like none other, and this ride is surely going to be an epic one. So glad I get to do it. Not your typical W&OD ride, this one. So good! If you need an early rest stop along this route, then be sure to check out all the interesting spots in the trailside town of Vienna. Once on the other side of Vienna, the options for gravel side trails become greatly reduced as we head towards the concrete jungle that is Washington, DC. A fun fact about the W&OD Trail is that it used to be an actual railway that ran through Northern Virginia. I think by now you would have spotted a few of the historic railway cabooses in my shots. Right, we are heading through Arlington right now, and just about to the end of the W&OD Trail. From there we'll swing on to the next trail, which is the 4-mile trail, and that's going to take us right up to the Reagan International Airport, where we'll catch the Mount Vernon Trail. Let's check it out. So amazing to go through this urban area and have a bike path that's dedicated to cyclists. So good. our first sighting of the Washington Monument off in the distance as we head towards Gravelly Point, where there is, sorry to say, no gravel, but this is the perfect spot to see some planes come in for a landing. Mount Vernon Trail splits off into Roslyn, the only place where you'll find some skyscrapers near DC, this being due to the building height restrictions that you'll find in the district. Next up, I headed towards Georgetown as I cruised over Key Bridge. Once in Georgetown, I connected up with the next trail on the list, this one being the C&O Canal Towpath. Alright, so we are finally on the C&O Canal Towpath. From here on out, it's going to be gravel all the way to that ferry crossing just outside of Leesburg. And on this trail, it's fairly smooth going. Here and there there's a bump or a couple of mud puddles, but this is going to be a very nice, slow, gradual uphill all the way to that ferry crossing. This trail is just spectacular. Loving it. Oh wow. It was time for a quick pit stop to refill water bottles at the Great Falls Park in Maryland before the long wooded stretch up the C&O Canal to the ferry crossing. Yeehaw! Oh, love this stretch, so good! After a lengthy headwind stretch along the C&O Canal, I finally made it to the ferry crossing. By this time, I was more than ready to have that lunch stop, which was waiting in Leesburg. Downtown Leesburg never looked so inviting, and I decided to have a proper meal at Sidebar. As an added bonus, it came with a nice outdoor seating area where I could also keep an eye on the bike. Alright, we are back on the trail. Oh, that meal could not have come at a better time. I was fading quickly, feeling much better now. Let's wrap up this ride. The gravel side trail along the W&OD that sits between Leesburg and Herndon was the perfect way to end off this truly epic gravel ride of the week. Just as I thought, things couldn't get any more entertaining on this ride, I found my competitive side kick in when a fellow gravel rider passed me along this stretch. Even with 115 kilometers in my legs, I still wasn't gonna allow him to drop me. We stuck together for a bit before he split off and I missioned on along the W&OD to end off my ride back where I started in Herndon. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this week's gravel ride of the week. This one was a fairly long one, but I ended up being out there for a good 5 hours of actual riding time, and then of course with that all the stopping time to film and eat lunch and just enjoy the ride as well. So it was a really epic ride all in all. I think for me this was a true bucket list ride, a ride that I've wanted to do for such a long time. So with such a great day also, I finally got to tick this one off. Now, if you like this type of videos, please be sure to check out the other Gravel Ride of the Week videos on this channel and do subscribe, and you'll see plenty more Gravel Ride of the Week videos in the future. That's it from my side. I am Vernon. Until next time, enjoy your ride.